Welcome back to Barrie Speedway near Barrie, Ontario for the 50-lap TQ Midget Race feature. 22 cars are lined up and ready to go for the winner's laurels this afternoon. That's the starting lineup, and I'm Bill Inkall with Dizzy Dean Murray. On the pole is number 31, Wayne Turnbull from Paris, Ontario, followed by Bob Crawford, Steve McKnight, Jim Muncie, and Bruce Jones. And as we told you at the opening of the show, we mounted a camera on car number 7, driven by my old buddy Craig Hill, and we hope to get some pictures of the race action from the driver's point of view, maybe even a chance to talk to Craig if there are any yellow caution flags that do come out. Now, here's Diz.
Thank you, Bill. The white flag is out. The cars are crossed over, all lined up in their proper starting order. Number 31, Wayne Turnbull, leading the pack. They're coming out of number 4 now, coming down to the green, and there's the green flag. They're off and racing. It's Turnbull, Crawford, and the two McKnights battling for that third spot.
That's a pretty good start. You can see the cars now. They're trying to jockey around to get advantageous positions so they can move in when the occasion demands it. That's the good thing about TQ Midget Racing. The cars are small. You don't have that much maneuverability, but they still are mobile enough that you can take advantage of any opening. Number 31, Turnbull, number 23, Crawford, number 66, Steve McKnight, 06, Dave McKnight, 9X Jones, 22, Muncie, and 25, John Shirtliff, in that order. And as promised, here's the view coming up from Craig Hill's Oakville Toyota Badger. Now, can you imagine the tremendous amount of vibration as that tachometer reaches 11,500 RPMs, going over 100 miles an hour?
Well, he's slowing down, and that's the reason. We had a crash in corner 4, and the yellow caution flag is out. It's number 79, Dick Mahoney, and Vince Cristiano.
And Mike Muncie is also in there, too. Let's try and establish contact with Craig Hill. Craig, can you hear me?
Yeah, Bill, I can hear you, yeah.
What are the driving conditions like? There seems to be only one good line around this track. Is that right?
Well, the road's a little slippery out here, Bill. I think somebody's dropping some oil, and there's a lot of traffic. I'm looking like hell trying to get up front here. It's a little bad, I'll tell you, at the moment. But, I don't know. It's the outside line's just a little bit slippery at the moment.
Thanks, Craig. Well, they're getting ready to resume racing here. The green flag is out at Barrie Speedway, and here again is Diz.
And there's a view of the start from Craig's car as Hal Lawrence waves the green flag for the restart of the Molson Superbowl of TQ Midgets. And if you note, Hill's tachometer there at the left of the screen is already above that 10,000 RPM line.
Everyone who wants to live vicariously and be a driver can well imagine that is the action that you're going to be experiencing. So we resume. It's number 31, Turnbull, followed by 23, Crawford, 66, Steve McKnight, Dave McKnight in 06, 9X Bruce Jones, and 22, Jim Muncie. And you can see the others, Shirtliff, Christ, Funston, Cristiano, and Craig Hill running in number 11 spot.
The leader, Wayne Turnbull, in his 820cc Suzuki engine car, doesn't look to be a bit nervous leading that hungry group. Wayne is an ex-late model stock car racer and has had plenty of experience on racetracks here in southern Ontario. But it looks like the battle is developing for that second spot between car number 66, Stevie McKnight, who just dove to the inside, coming in and around and out.
And the cars are slowing down once again here at the Barrie Speedway in this feature. And there's a spin between corner 1 and 2. It's number 4, Bobby Courtright of New Jersey, and that brings the yellow caution lights on again. Evidently, we have that spin from Craig Hill's onboard camera. Craig, it's a dicey situation out there. What's happened?
Well, I think Bobby Courtright came in a little hot there, Bill. I don't know, it's slippery on the outside, but boy, he almost collected me and took me with him.
Thanks, Craig. We're about ready to restart, and here again is Diz.
The new order is Turnbull, Crawford, Stevie McKnight, Dave McKnight. And the track stewards have ruled that Steve McKnight passed under the yellow and therefore should not be in second but in third spot. No matter, because I think that he is so upset that he is really going to crowd Bobby Crawford until he finds his way through to the front of the pack.
In the meantime, his brother Dave McKnight is preparing to move past Steve, I would think. Boy, you're talking about a real family feud.
And there's our onboard camera again as Craig Hill, who is now behind number 2, Vince Cristiano. And as Cristiano is now past number 77, Hugh Funston, and Craig lines them up. Whoa! And takes them on around the corner number 3 on the outside groove. That's Cristiano and Brian Christ battling for that 8th spot, and Craig waiting to see what develops. He's just kind of hanging back there, coming into the corner. Now watch it. Here he is. He's going to make his move.
At the front of the pack, it's still number 31, Wayne Turnbull, who won the shootout and is pole position.
And Steve McKnight in car number 66 takes Crawford on the front chute right in front of the announcer's booth. And he's not content for second. He's shooting for the lead with Wayne Turnbull around corner 2. And oh yes, there's our new leader, Steve McKnight from Mississauga, Ontario, with Wayne Turnbull in second and Dave McKnight in third.
Well, older brother Dave is now challenging Wayne Turnbull for second. He's right up in his rear bumper side by side through corners 1 and 2 and passes for second spot. Wow, you talk about team family racing. The McKnights have it. There's the order of racing right now. Steve McKnight, Dave McKnight, Wayne Turnbull third, Bob Crawford, Bruce Jones, Jim Muncie, and the others. Here's what Dave McKnight has to say about driving against Vince Cristiano.
The thing in this club is to finish a race, to get your points. If you can't finish a race, you're not going to get your points. And with Vinny, he's a very dependable driver. He's smooth. The car never breaks. He always stays together. And if he starts near the front or starts in the middle of the pack and you're behind him, to catch him is a fair job, fair amount of work. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes he seems to come out on top, and I seem to finish him behind him. But once I catch him, it's just mind games on the racetrack. He makes a mistake, I get by. I make a mistake, he gets by. And then you don't find him making too many mistakes with a veteran like Vinny, who's been driving 15, 20 years.
And here's a view of Craig Hill's car as he motors down the Barrie Speedway back straight. And look at those exhaust pipes, that wild purple color, which indicates that the engine is really overheating.
The yellow flag is out, and Craig is slowing down as he comes through corners 1 and 2. Let's see if we can talk to him. Craig, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can just hear you here now, Bill. I don't know what's happened. The thing was misfiring for a couple of laps. I think I've lost my ignition, but I'm not sure. I know it's not out of fuel, but boy, I just hope nobody runs into the back of me here for a second or two. I just wait till they cool out here a little bit, Bill. Anyways,
I guess the only thing I can say is are you disappointed?
Oh, of course I'm disappointed. I think I could have got up near the front someplace. The car was working good. I don't know what's happened. It's the magneto or something, I guess.
Well, Craig is finished for the day. And with several cars retired, we'll be back with more TQ Midget Racing in a moment. Welcome back to Barrie Speedway for more of the Molson Superbowl of Midget Racing, presented by Burma Castrol Canada Limited. Our leader in the maroon number 66 Honda-powered Myers TQ is 22-year-old Steve McKnight. He's just ahead of his hard-charging brother Dave in the 06 Myers, and in third is number 22 Jim Muncie.
Dave McKnight is really pressuring his younger brother, and it looks like Stevie may have opened the door just a little too much and allowing 06 through. Yes, we have a new race leader. Dave McKnight, followed by number 66, Steve McKnight, 22, Jim Muncie, 23, Bobby Crawford, and 9X, Bruce Jones.
Boy, I'll tell you, you talk about rivalry. We talked to Steve McKnight earlier. I asked him a question. Is there any brotherly love once you and Dave get on the track? And here's what he said.
None at all. In the garage, we work side by side. Here at the track, we work side by side. But when we get out on the track, it's every man for himself. I would never wreck him, and he would never wreck me. We just race really good. We have a good time together out there, right? But I wouldn't let him win if I was winning, because he needed points, and he wouldn't do the same for me, because that's not racing to us. We go out there and we go for it.
Just a young rookie. Father and brother have helped him out considerably, and he is learning the rudiments of TQ Midget Racing in great style. Now, there's the race order. Dave McKnight in first, brother Steve is second, Jim Muncie third, Bob Crawford fourth, Bruce Jones fifth, and Vince Cristiano is next. He's in sixth position. And we have 13 cars out of 22 still running. It's been a tough day on machinery, Diz.
It certainly has, Bill. All those cars run on that methanol fuel, which, as the racer says, it gives them a bigger bang for their buck. And those 820cc engines are really humming.
Well, these two brothers are really demonstrating what Steve McKnight just said. There is no brotherly love between them at the moment, as Steve tries every trick to get by his brother on this last lap. There's the white flag.
This has really turned into a family affair. Look at them go at each other. It should be interesting to see how Dave McKnight handles that slower traffic in front as Stevie goes a bit wide in corner 4. And that's it. Dave McKnight from Brampton, Ontario wins the Molson Superbowl of Racing at Barrie Speedway.
And there are the final standings. First place, Dave McKnight. Steve McKnight second. Jim Muncie third. Crawford is fourth. Jones fifth. And Tim Nunny ends up in sixth place. Those were the cars that finished this grueling TQ Midget and encounter as we go down to the finish line with a comment from the race winner and Can-Am Midget points leader, Dave McKnight. There's part of the crowd, and we're going to have some trophy presentations in just a couple seconds.
Great race, really. It was a tough one, as you said before, at the halftime.
Yeah. My brother was running really, really good. I didn't know if I was going to get him. I just kind of picked and chose and waited. And fortunately, I got lucky, come a little high coming out of number 2 over there, and I was able to get under him. So I must say he drove a hell of a race, my brother. He's hard to get by, very hard.
Presenting the third-place trophy to Jim Muncy from Scarborough, Ontario's Molson representative, Rob Rattray. And to Steve McKnight, a special prize along with second-place trophy. For first place, Dave McKnight, the Molson Trophy and the winner's share of the Super Bowl purse. So for Dizzy Dean Murray, this is Bill Incoll from Barrie Speedway in Ontario saying so long from the Molson Super Bowl of Midget